Hey everybody, welcome back, unboxing time, and today we're here with one of my favorites. Today we're here to check out the March 2021 vinyl. It's not in the pretty pink box. That's all right. If you want to check out vinyl, we got a lot to say here before we get going. Basically, we're gonna open this up, we're gonna see what records I got, and I'm gonna give you a review. But I took some time, I wanna tell you, so it's like $36, $39, something like that for the 3 records a month on the regular shipping. And it's been great. They have turned me on to some great stuff I never would have known. But I knew going in, it's gonna be one of those services, and I have a link down there in the description below if you wanna try it. But the more you put into it, the more you're gonna get out of it. Like if you just sign up, you're most likely gonna end up with a bunch of stuff you don't care about. But I actually made sure, I started using Spotify a few months before I signed up and liking a lot of songs and favoriting albums and artists because they can look at that, you can connect that in your account so they can see that to help figure out things you might like. By the way, the sun is in the record vault today, so sorry about that. And I also, of course, set up Discogs, which is like a tracking app, so they know all the records I already own, what my wish list is, stuff like that, so they can look at those things and they can make sure they don't send me something I already have. And then also, one thing I will give you a tip with Discogs, it frequently disconnects, so I have to go back in there and reconnect it on the vinyl account all the time. I don't know if that's just a me thing, but I would keep your eye out on that. But you do all that, and then there's like a big question section you can really fill out when you're signing up to, or you can change at any time, where you kind of give them an idea of how long you've been collecting, what you're into collecting, what genres you're interested in, what genres you're not, who are some of your favorite bands of all time. The more bands you put in there, the better idea they're gonna have, because they've got people over there that are great at music curation. And of course you can list like things you don't want, or even Grail albums, wish list albums, all that kind of stuff. So again, the more of that you do ahead of time, the better it's gonna be. And I do get asked a lot too about first signing up, how long does it take? Just know that it took me a little while. I was a little nervous too in the first box, like it took a while before it got here, but once they started, they came consistently month to month, so not a problem. But I will tell you, every month about the 19th, you're gonna get an email that says choose your vibe. And at this point, you can pick one of the already chosen main records. And if you pick that, they'll pick a couple things around that based on your taste. Or like I do, I just choose Curated every month. So they specifically curate it to me. And you do have to answer that every month because they think you might change your mind or whatever. I haven't found a way to make that auto. So keep an eye out for that and do all those things. But now that's said and done, that's all the important stuff out of the way. So we're gonna pop in here, we're gonna see what records I get, we're gonna see if I get excited. They always give you a little handwritten note from the person that curated you for that month. And then I'm just excited, and then we'll do a little review. I got a couple of weeks to listen to these 2 or 3 times, and then I'll write down my thoughts and experiences as I listen to them, and I'll show you all the art and all that stuff in there. So, you know, first, this is just really about seeing what we get. So there's definitely some albums in here, as there should be. I don't think there's like any kind of paper cool insert thing, so that's fine. So let's just go ahead and start pulling out records. It's a little tight in this box. What do we got? First up, we have something I have no idea. What is that? Martyr Dodd? I have no idea. What? Southern Lord. Lord 192. Oh, here we go. Marty Dodd. Marty Dude. Eld Dop. I got a feeling this is some metal. That's cool. I've been on a Metallica kick here lately, kind of rediscovering my love of Metallica, but I could be wrong. I have no idea. It's interesting looking though. Wasn't really sure which side's the front, which side's the back. But I'm down to check it out and see. Because like I said, they turned me on to a lot of stuff. And like last month's box, when I opened it, I was like, is this even for me? Did they send me the right box? But then I loved every record in there. So there is that. All right, next up we have Sharon Van Etten. I Don't Want to Let You Down EP. So this looks kind of folksy. That's the vibe I'm going to get here, which is kind of weird. They usually kind of keep the vibe the same each month. So I don't know if it is gonna be folk and metal, or maybe it's folk metal. I would be down for that. 5 songs on here. Hey, you know what? At least that makes my review a lot easier. It takes me a little less time. This looks pretty good though, too. Okay. They haven't really sent me any color vinyl in a minute though. I kind of miss having color vinyl, but I think it's just 2 boxes, unless this is one. And the final record we get today is Sunny Falls, Some Kind of Spectre. Okay. This also looks to me maybe kind of very groove, folk. So maybe that Marty Dodd is not as metal as I thought. And that's cool. I like the chill moods, I like the classic moods, I like the heavy moods, I like the film score moods. Hell, I like the Broadway moods. I bought Hamilton's soundtrack on vinyl. Can't stop playing it. I need another copy because I'm gonna wear it out. So, by the way, if anybody from Vinyl is watching and you can ever get your hands on the Book of Mormon soundtrack, I would love to have that. All right, so we got 3 pretty cool records in there. Let's take a look in here. Yes, we have our note card. So I guess we'll do that before we get to the reviews. So First I show you this part, and I believe this is somebody I have not had from, and now we'll show you this. We can pan over this while I read it, and it says, "Hey Eric, this month I'm sending you some harsh crustcore from Sweden's Marty Dodd and their 2014 release Eldop." Okay, crustcore, I'm not familiar with crustcore. "Next is something with the entire opposite type of energy." Okay, so this is not a same vibe box, that's fine. Sharon Van Ettenus, "I Don't Want to Let You Down." It's a super laid back record that's perfect for putting on and laying back or kicking back to. Okay. And then finally, Sunny Falls, a Chicago group recalling Gen X slacker icons. Cure? Liar? Paramount? Dinosaur Jr. and Built to Spill. All right, I know about Dinosaur Jr., so that's cool. I can get down with that. Enjoy. I'm sorry, I'm butchering the name here. Surante? You probably saw it in the thing, but that sounds like a very eclectic box. And again, like last month, I learned from last month. Last month I was like, oh God, what is this? What is this gonna be? And then I loved everything. So I'm keeping my mind open. And again, that's what I like out of this service, and that's what I've been getting out of this service, and why I like it so much is I don't know where to start. I'm so out of the freaking music scene. I just love great music, and I want to discover things I didn't know. And I love that they can look at my tastes, and they're not always gonna get it right. Sometimes they're gonna miss, but they can send me some stuff and they turn me on to stuff. Like, I will still always love this service for turning me on to A Giant Dog. That band is phenomenal. Plus, you know, we've gotten some other stuff. They sent me a Goblin Tour EP. Yeah. All right, anyways, all that said and done, let's get to the pretty pictures and my thoughts on these records. As usual, we're going to do this from my least favorite record to my favorite record this month, and for the most part, this was a pretty good month. First up, we are going to do this record that I am probably going to completely mispronounce. We have Martyrdrod, I don't know. Eldop. I think I might have got that part right. Some Norwegian or Swedish death metal, I don't know. I should just get to it. First, I really dislike growly, screamy vocals, like the guttural. That's just not my jam. I can't really understand the words. I don't like it. I don't mind it a little bit here and there, but so immediately this turned me off to this record. I don't mind a little here or there, but a whole album is just not something I am a fan of. So with that said, I'm not really a fan of this record overall. It is cool if you dig it, it's just not for me. In this case, I will focus on the musical elements instead, because it's actually pretty good in that regard. I dig metal. I am more of a thrash metal fan, but some of the riffs and melodies on this record are pretty great. I get some hints of some early Gwar on the early songs in this record, and I dig that. I could definitely see these tracks on a soundtrack to like a bonkers Lloyd Kaufman directed Troma film, and like just getting one song from them like amidst a bunch of other kind of punk songs would be pretty good, and I would probably like it more than a whole record. Track 3, Synd, S-Y-N-D. It slows down a bit at first, but then it gives me some more like Sepultura type awesomeness, so I was down for that. I can also dig on the occasionally faster, heavier, almost Iron Maiden vibes. It's not like super Iron Maiden, but there's a little bit of that there. Maybe I'm just hearing that everywhere because I'm into them right now. Then we move on to side 2, and we find 7 more tracks to rock out to. And honestly, on my second listen through, I'm enjoying it a bit more, but more as good, like pacing around and thinking background kind of music, so I am digging it more than I thought I would. Again, the music here is actually pretty great, and I find myself rocking out the occasional air guitar for sure. As this has grown on me, I do fear I may always remember disliking it first, so it may keep me from listening to it more, but hopefully I'll continue giving it more chances over time and may come to love it fully, as the music is actually pretty great. And second up, we have Sunny Falls, Some Kind of Spectre. So right off the bat, I get that super chunk Dinosaur Jr. vibe of the 90s, and I love it. This immediately feels like a vintage Kevin Smith movie soundtrack. In the beginning, it's all blending together. While songs do have different and fun vibes to themselves, it all still sounds a bit the same throughout, but in that regard, it maintains a wonderfully consistent atmosphere and feeling. There are some truly wonderful flourishes of musicality and production here, various interesting uses of instrumentations and rhythmic patterns, especially with the occasional use of horns. The one ingredient unique to this musical style that helps them stand out to me. As my expertise on this genre is fairly limited though, there may be other bands that did it first. The first track of side 2, Down in the Dark, goes to some interesting places as songs. Flashes some moments of sonic youth, all within an incredible energy. Possibly my favorite song on the record. Towards the end of the record, on some slower tunes, there is some wonderful horn work, slightly reminiscent of the band Cake, as well as building into an incredibly passionate, jazzy, epic outro that should have been the end of the album. But then we get an acoustic track at the end that's a good track, but really takes away from what would have been just an incredible ending. Overall, I really enjoyed this one. Not necessarily a band I'm running out to buy more of, but a record I will enjoy from time to time, and every once in a while, it will hit perfectly and create some absolute bliss. And finally, my favorite of the bunch this month, we have Sharon Van Etten, I Don't Want to Let You Down EP. Both times I've listened to this, I kind of forgot to change the speed to 45, and it sounds great at 33 until the vocals kick in. But then after speeding it back up to the correct speed, it does take a few seconds, but I quickly got back into the tone and vibe and attitude, and I did love it. Getting a bit of a Mazzy Star and maybe a hint of the Pretenders here, with some vague hints of Tegan and Sara in the writing. If I ever get to direct another web series drama someday, this is a band I want on my soundtrack. Sad, happy, in love, and broken, all while feeling super romantic, is a style that works for me to a great degree. Then my notes say, yay, because it was getting very late at night. I thought there was only 4 songs on there, but it was ecstatic to learn that there are actually 5, and I am loving this record. However, with only 5 songs, this review is rather short because there's only 5 songs. But that's why it's an EP. So I hate that I already am on side 2, which starts amazingly strong. I wish there was a full album though, and I will be looking for more from this artist for sure. There will be many times in my future when this record will be inspirational to me in my work in film and music, and it's a great pick from all the fine folks at Vnyl, and I'm very happy to have this in my collection. All right, so there you have it. Hopefully that's cool. Hopefully I enjoyed it. There is a kid riding his bicycle way up into our business. Anyways, I can see it outside of the record vault. But hopefully that was very cool. I do have a good feeling about this, and I'm gonna check these records out tonight. And like I said, I always try to listen to them a few times to give you my thoughts, so when I do sit down and do my review listens while I'm having a cocktail or two, I kind of have a little bit better idea what I'm in for, be in the right mood for it, and give it the best appreciation I can possibly at the time. But let me know, what do you all think? Have you signed up for Vnyl? Are you excited for it? Did you get your box? Have you found any great finds? And hey, you know what? Maybe you're a curator out there. If you've been noticing what I do and don't like, let me know if you got some suggestions. Y'all turned me on to some stuff in the past, so I'd love to hear it. Other than that, you can click the thumbs up button, give me that good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. And of course, we have the join button for YouTube memberships down there now, all kinds of cool tiered content, merch discounts, blah, blah, blah. We have a link in the description below for Patreon, $1 a month, an extra video every day. That is a steal of a deal. So much content for $1, and it supports the crap out of me when you do that, so just saying. And of course we have the merch store down there, and we have the Discord invite, so come on over, Cool Peeps Party. We run radio stations over there sometimes. A lot of times I'll put on some of these records. If I remember, I'll put in the gray card stuff, I'll put these bands. I said I was gonna do that last time, and I totally forgot, so sorry. I had to do it in a hurry, but just keep all that in mind. All right, that's it. I got nothing else to say, so I'm gonna get on out of here, go listen to some more stuff. I'll see you all later.